We will be starting with the training of analysis. How to do the analysis. So you will have this sample report and you have to replicate each slide exactly the same look and feel. This is an example of Lulu UAE April reading. And the first slide we have to build is the marketing executive summary. The marketing executive summary shows MAT level, which is the monthly average for the last 12 months, the last 3 periods, and the last period. And under each period, you will see the sales value last year, growth versus last year, and the sales per point of distribution value of the same period, value market share of the same period, and the value market share of the same period last year ago. The same for the last 3 periods, and for the last period in April, we just don't include the value market share last year. Here, this is the market. This is the market, and this is PVM. Performance by segment, so the market by segment, chewing gum, jellies, chewies, lollipop, bubblegum, power mints. The same for PVM, the same for Wrigley, and Bazooka, and Haribo. The green color indicates performance above market. Example, chewing gum in the total category is growing at 41%. PVM is growing at 42%, then it should be green. Jellies is growing at 27%. The category is growing at 16%, so it's above the market performance. Bubblegum, it's a negative 6%, whereas the market is growing at 8%. That is the coloring. This is how we do the coloring, and it's always versus the same period performance. Example, last 3 period, we compare the segment versus the segment, the segment versus the segment. And then we highlight using small box the value market share, and we put some icons to make it more readable. Now let's jump into bringing this from data. First, we need the MAT this year, and we need the MAT last year. We want it by segment for the market. What does MAT mean? We have the data till April. That means, assume this is the, let's explain it in a better way. This is the calendar year, January, February till December. And this is a 12-month calendar year. A moving average year is, example, I have the data from April, meaning from April, I have to count 12 months. And that means from April till March, what will be my 12 months? But since I start from the end, so this is that, let's put this here. This is 2024. So I start from here, from April, because I have the data till April. From April till March, till May, that is a 12-month period. So my math should be from May 2023 till April 2024. without this month. So to do that, I go to in our sales master to math, and in math I select from May 2023, which is August, December, July, June, May, November. That's it. I double check if this is the right from April to September, and that is a 12 month. And I make sure it is by year, by month, just to double check. So from here, I have 8 months, correct? 1, 2, 3, 4. Till here, I have 8 months. And from January till April, I have 4 months. So this is the math this year. All right. Now, what about the math last year? It's the same, but it should start from 2022. So this should be 2022, and this should be 2023. So I go here, I copy paste, and then I filter. So this helps me to put the numbers correctly of the months. So from May 2022. So June is included, July is included, May, November, October, September, December, August are included. And I have till April 2023, February 2023 is included, January 2023, and March 2023. Now I double check. From 2022, I have 8 months, and here I have 4. August, December, July, June, May, November, October, September. Correct. Now I mark this as last year, and I mark this as this year. I remove the months. Now I go back to the table I want to create. So I want it by segment. And here I take from a SKU master the segment top line, which is a summary of the segments I'm reporting. You will see in different tables, we use different segments. Here we are using segment top line. And in segment top line, I want to see the sales value. All right. And I want to see here in last year as well, the sales value. Segment top line. Yeah. Let's delete this. This was just for teaching purposes. Let's move this table, give some room. So we just want to double check as well that the rows are matching. So here we have all others. Bubblegum, chewing gum, chewies, jellies, lollipops, novelties. We didn't have any novelties there. That's why. All right. So I have finished the first table. All right, now I have to, this I will do in the format SPPD value. I want it from math. So math this year. Let's remove this grand total here as well. Math this year. I want to see the SPPD value. From here I go to SPPD value and then average number format. Number. All right. So this is this year SPPD. This is this year sales value. Go back to the table. I have the value market share this year and the value market share last year. Go to sum, show values as percentage of column total. There. Percentage of column total. Now I take the year, I put it under math as filter, or I remove it because it's not needed. I want the total year. So as I'm taking a multiple, so this is the math this year, this is the math this year, this is the math last year. The math items here are still filtered out. And I want the last 3 periods as well. So this is the first one. I want the same for the last 3 periods. Meaning, in math, what is the last 3 period? This year is from April, March, February. This is the last 3 periods. All right. This year as well. I make sure it is from April, February, March 2024. Last year, meaning it should be from 2023. 2023, April, February, and March. Let the market share show values as percentage of column total. This is the market share. I got it for last 3 periods. Just separate between the tables. And this will be from this period. The 24. For the last period, we compare 2023 April. All right. Now what we need to do is to have the same insert a slicer of manufacture. See, it only have one connection to this table. That's why you have to fix the connection, report connections. Go to the subsheet sheet 1. This is sheet 1. I will connect all the tables to it. This is sheet 1. I connected all the tables. Now when I change the manufacturer, everything changes. I will use this for all my tables here. Double checking everything is connected. All right. Now we start with the reporting. We go to this template. We delete everything from here. We keep the same format. We delete everything. And this is Lulu. And we first slide working. These are the segments that we want to report. So sales value equal VLOOKUP, the grand total this year. I make sure it's locked. We got jellies, chewies, lollipops, bubblegum, and power whipped. So this is the sales value for math. Now I'll show you how easy it is to fill the others. So you keep the formulas here. Sales value last year. This is the last year. I make sure it's locked. Value change versus last year equal new minus the old divided by old. And this is a percentage. SPPD value this year. This is the SPPD value. I lock them Alt F4 or Fn F4 depending on the laptop you have. Now the value market share this year. This is the value market share. The value market share last year. Now what you do is paste this one here, perfectly, with the SPVD value of value, volume, market share. The totals you copy under total. The chewing gum you copy under chewing gum, and the chewies you copy under chewies, jellies under jellies. Now what do? You save this as numbers. So now it's not formula. You go back to your slide working. I want for perfetti. PVM. All the numbers here changed. I go here. Select. Paste as values. Wrigley. I want now for Wrigley. Select. Save as values. See, since Wrigley's doesn't have jelly segment, that's why it's saying here under Haribo it's an A. So I go back. I want for Bazooka. Select. Paste. I want for Haribo. Select. And paste. Now this value market share is not correct. So this is the easy way to fill these numbers, and you do the same for last 3 period for the last period. I will fill for you this one just as an example. Now for the value market share, since when you are copy pasting it, it will take the within the segment, within the manufacturer itself. But if we want it to be compared versus the market, so what do? For the value market share, it is sales value of grand total divided by the grand total, and we lock this one. So it's 26%. Here it's 23%. Here it's 10%. It's the number of the grand total versus the grand total of the total confectionery. And this one is 6%. Here we put it, since it's just only jellies, we put it as jellies. Now, for the chewing gum, the same. Divided by chewing gum, and we make sure it's locked. Chewing gum, jellies. This here, jellies divided by total segment jellies, and make sure it's locked. 25%, and this is 35%. Chewing divided by chewies. Chewies is from here. Double check. Divided by chewing. I do the same for last year. Grand total. Gum. Make sure you divide by the same column. So this is last year column, then last year market share. So Chewy should be Chewy's divided by segment Chewy's. Lollipops. Lollipops. So I have finished the first quadrant. Now for the coloring, we check, as I have explained before, the growth here versus here. So we can do a conditional formatting formula, or you can just check it. So just I want to do it greater than 0. So this one is green. This one is in red. Jellies is in green. Chewy's is in green. 23 versus 22. 3 versus 1. So this one is in green. -6A. This one is in red. Power mints are in green as well. So this is how you color code the performance versus the market. 40%, yes, is green versus 2022. 44 versus 41 is also green. Choose 3% versus 22%, then it's in red. 21% for the grand total versus 2022, this is in red. And 16 is also in red. Haribo 30% is in green versus 16%. Now to assess the value market share. So 26%, 26%. Is this growing? This is not growing. I'd go check the PowerPoints. I don't want to see too much icons. That's why I only want to see the icon on the value market share itself. So what you do is you copy paste the value market share last year here in values, percentages, and then you compare 26 to 26 icon sets. This one, 29 to 29, 25 to 23. I think it's best we remove this value market share percentage last year. And we compare. So once you have these numbers, assume here you have these numbers. You then also compare them to the value market share progression versus math. So you copy paste this one then here. And then you start doing like this. Hope this is clear. Then you have finished your first slide. What you do is you select. So here there is one missing. Everything is 5 meter. This one size is 5 pixels. So you make sure here it is inserted here. You have to pay attention to these super details so the aesthetics of the presentation is not affected. And then you copy paste this, go to the PowerPoint, you insert a new slide, and you can copy paste it 2 ways. Either you do this one will show you a very random numbers. Either you paste it as picture, you adjust it a little bit. Which I recommend in these cases, or you use embed. So you can change the numbers and make it automated for the future, which also I recommend. Whatever makes your work faster. Oh, this is slide 1 is done. Now we go to slide 2, which is the updated store list 2024. And to do that, slide 2, store list update. I insert from data model. I want to understand the region, number of outlets, and channel. And then I go to the sales master. Always put the outlet name, any value, it should be from the sales master. So the outlet name here, count of outlet name, and then I go value field settings, distinct count, and I put the year here. Sort from largest to smallest always. Filter out e-commerce. And then I have this table. I come, I insert a new slide, paste it as is. Select the data, Control A, make sure it's aligned in the middle. And then I see here, it's missing the subtotal. So I go to the design, show subtotals at the bottom. Now we copy paste without the grand total. And you select all, make sure it's aligned. And here it should only be at 10. All right. You follow the color coding we use here. This one and this one. And you highlight where you see missing here, for example, 2 stores missing. Dubai, 2 stores, 2 stores. Here 2 stores. Here plus 1 store. And then you use this header, updated store list. You do a summary. How many stores here? It's 37 minus 43, 6 stores, and minus 2 supermarkets in Abu Dhabi. This is a supermarket channel. and plus one supermarket in Dubai. Then you do a summary of what are the stores that are missing. From here, you go to outlet name, you also add it under region. Sort always from largest to smallest. So here, these two stores have zero billing in 2024 in Express. These two stores, Dubai, this is in Abu Dhabi, this is in Align, and these are in Abu Dhabi. This is a supermarket. Here you put Express, and this is Super. And you select this and you make sure it's copied here. Always done. Always aligned. You copy paste it here. Always highlight the top headers with the signature color. All right. This is like a bigger summary. This is a more compact summary, which you can copy paste here and do the same. Change just the names here. Okay. This is a better looking one, so use this one. Just teaching you how to do it. Follow this aesthetics. All right. So finish slide 1 and 2. Now we go to slide 3. So slide 3. Slide 3 is easy to do. Slide 3 summary. In slide 3, you copy paste the same, and you see here this one. So these are all values that you will add from the tables, but this one here, it's a graph where you go to chart design, edit data in Excel. You see, it's just some straightforward numbers of gum, chewy, all others. So this is the segment we are looking for. And I wanted, so this slide is all math, only math. So let's go here. We have worked our math here, so we don't need to work it again. This is the math this year. This is the math last year. And these are the segments. Now we go to the charts. And in the charts, I want gum, chewies, lollipops, and mints. So this is what I want. So you see here, you don't have gums, you have chewing gums. That's why we have to adjust it in the SKU master to have segment top line 3. 3 meaning 3, slide 3. You need to adjust in the raw data so you save time and you don't do it manually. But just for the sake of teaching, I will show you what does this mean. Example, bubble gum. Here it is. This is the one you want. So gums equal bubble gum plus chewing gum. And this one as well is bubblegum plus chewing gum. Do I have the chewy? Yes, I have the chewies. Do I have all others? I have all others. Jellies. I have the jellies, so I have jellies, chewies, chewing bubblegum. Now it's done. Alright, lollipops I haven't. And mints I haven't. Novelty should be under all others. So all others plus novelty. Alright. So now we go back to this Excel sheet. So it's in, you see the numbers are in millions. So you make sure this is divided by million. And it's a rounded number 11.92. Alright. So now I go for, I put them in the order, which is this order: gum, chewy, all other mints. Mat last year, mat this year. This is a mat last year. All others. Bubblegum is no need, as I have total gum, which is this one, which is this one plus this one. I have the gum, I have the chewies, I have the jellies, lollipops, mints, and grand total. Same here for all others. The summation of all others plus novelty, chewing gum plus bubble gum is under gums. Bubble gum is no need. 7.1 for the chewy, 9.6 for the jellies, 3.8 for the lollipops. Novelty is with all others. Mints is mints, and I translate it into millions, 52.7. Now I take the same numbers, go here, paste them as values. That's it. 43, 53, done. After that, I close this one. I go to my slide, it will be updated. Now this one is updated, but what I want is put this a little bit higher. And I want these values. To get these values, I want them in millions, and I want them as growth versus last year. Okay. What do you mean? Lulu performance versus same period year ago. So this is Lulu performance versus same period year ago equal new minus old divided by old. This is the growth percentage for gum, mat, and this is the total level, and this is value. So in absolute value, gum is growing at 5 million, chewies are growing at 1 million total. Lulu is growing at 9.5 million. This is growth in value. This is growth in percentage. Okay. So everything is aligned. Now, I want to calculate something called share of growth. What do you mean by share of growth? Share of growth is how much does gum contribute to the total growth of Lulu. So 5 million divided by 9.5, it's 53%. 13% for Chewy. All others are negative. 14 million for jellies, 14%, minus 1% for lollipops, and 3% for mints. Now when I go to the table, gum, plus 5 million. I add here plus 5 million, AED before, plus AED, space 5 million, then I add the growth, 38%. Chewy, plus 1.3. Plus 22%. All others. Minus 0.1. Minus AED 0.1 million base, minus 1%. Jellies 1.3 million plus 16%. Lollipops. See, this is the best way to highlight a negative number. Follow the same color coding for each one. 0.01 or 0.1, let's double check. This is 0.05. All right. Lollipops minus 1.4, and that's 0.02. Here it is 0.05. For the other 0.06. Sure, the numbers are right. Minus 1%, minus 1%, minus 1.4%. Minus 0.5%. This one minus 1.4%. And the mints are growing at 0.3, which is 16% growth. Good. And then total is 9.5 million, correct? Plus 22%, plus 22%. So I finished filling this one, then I go to the share of growth. 53% for gums. Chewies is 13%. I go to all others is minus 1%. Jellies is 14%. Lollipops is minus 1%. And 3% for mints. This is the share of growth. Then I go to PVM. I insert a slicer, pivot analysis slicer. PVM, it's connected to all these tables. And then when I'm filtering PVM, I want to understand their math this year, their math last year, so also just to get the percentage growth here. But the numbers I put here are the growth in value. So this is total gum. Total gum here as well. And then what we do is copy paste this one here, and then gum in millions. Make sure everything is in millions. So last year is 3.9 for gum, 3.5. This one is not needed. So 2.4 for chewy, 1.9 for jellies, lollipops is 2.7, and power mints is 0.4. There's no others in Perfetti. And in math this year, 5.3, 3 millions for chewies, 2.4 million for jellies, and 2.8 million for lollipops, and 0.5 for mints. And then we do these percentages. Growth is new minus old divided by old, 35%. Growth in value is this year divided by last year, just minus the last year. And then total is the sum of all of this. It's 2.7. So here is one thing that is really important. The share of growth is from Lulu. Share of growth. So it's 9.5 million is Lulu growing at 9.5 million. So how much is PVM contributing to the growth of Lulu? 1.4 divided by 9.5, 14%, chewy 6, 5. Then we go back to this one, 14 gum. It should be 5.3. So here is 1.4. 1.4, 35%. So these are the numbers you should focus on writing now. 1.4, 35%, 0.6, 23%, not available all others. So you put an A. Jellies is 0.5, 27%. Lollipops is 0.09 million plus 3%. And mints 0.16 million plus 45%. Total is 2.7 million. And the total share of growth is 28%. So we put here 28% on next to this one, and in gum we put the 14% share of growth, the chewy 6%, and till we reach the end. Now for this part of the slide is market shares. And for the market share, it's easy. Let's delete this one. And it should be by segment. So remove this part. Go to. So the market share we report is MAT. So no need for last year. SKU master, manufacturer, top line. So in the chewing gum and bubble gum, so you select multiple. You see PVM is 5.2, always sum of values. show values as percentage of column total. Now you get your market shares. Always sort from top to bottom. So number one is Wrigley, 63%. PVM, 29%. Batuk, 3%. You remove these 5 gum, Mentos, extra, and you add it from this is Perfetti icon. You get 29%. Make sure it's absolutely centered. Wrigley, you get the icon from Batuk from online. Now, this is for gums. We go to Chewy's. 39% PVM. So this is the Chewy. So here it's done by brand. It can stay by brand. So here there is all others, and do this by brand. It's okay. Let's double check the numbers if it's by brand. Manufacturer. Let's go brand. Mentos Candy, 23%. Frutella, 8%. Skittles, 6.7%, 7%. Now we go for jellies. 35%. I think it's best if we use the dots here, because this one is not 23, it's 22.5. So always have one decimal. Let's follow this rule for all and have one decimal. It's better, more accurate. Mentos Candy, 27. Frutella, 9.6. And Skittles, 8.1. This is mad. Here, just double checking. Yes. Skittles, 8.1. Just wondering if this is correct. 27, 9.6, 8.1, correct. And then we'll follow the same here for only here, just put manufacturer because we are speaking total gum. And in total gum for Perfetti, there are multiple brands. For Mars, there are multiple brands. Just because here we are consolidating chewing gum and bubble gum, it's better to put manufacturer. But then here, everything here we go by brand. Let's go to Haribo, to jellies. 34.8, correct. 24.3 for Chupa Chup jellies, and UP is 8.8, correct. And you make sure the logos are correct and it's following the same horizontal aesthetics. And for lollipops, 73.6, Flavita 8.2, and Cholin is 3.7. Tic Tac for the Power Mints, 52, 53, 25.3, and Icebreaker 7.6. Alright. And now if we put total manufacturers and we clear the segments, who is the number one manufacturer? PVM 26.5, Mars Wrigley 23, Bazooka is 9.8. Then you hit save. And we finish the slide. We go to the